Thank you so much for watching the previous video. My name is Mulumba Matthias. Recently, I chose to share my personal experiences and my struggles as a human so that I should inspire you to achieve your full potential. Today, I want to discuss the major disease that we are facing in the 21st century, and this disease is the disease of comparisons. We don't love ourselves enough. We think we are not worthy, not because we are not, but because we compare ourselves with other people. We compare our success based on other people's success, and we forget that all of us have different pathways. All of us have different stories, and every man thinks that his problem is the heaviest. And we face different challenges. But if we face different challenges, why would you base your success on another person's success? I'll give you practical examples. When I first came to this country, I went into depression because I started to look for jobs. And I learned I have to go through university to get a degree, and after a degree, get the Canadian experience, get the American experience, then land on the dream job. I didn't come when I'm 15 or 14, no. I came when I was already 30 years old. So it's like now I have to go again from scratch, and the process, the pain of patience. So I'm comparing myself with the children of this country because they are 24 and they're already working for the government. They already have a house, like they are paying their mortgages. They have a family already. But I forget I've just arrived. And by doing that comparison, I went through depression because I remember I went to the Apple store and I asked the people, I love iPhones, I love Apple computers. So when I went to the store, I asked how much is this laptop and how much is this iPhone. The guy said, okay, the iPhone will cost you $1,600, like $1,600. And then he said, if you want a laptop, if you want the latest, the bigger size, whatever you want, it will cost you like $3,500. So roughly, I needed around $5,000 or $6,000. So I worked very hard. I worked on the weekends and I got the money. Boom, I go back and I get my new laptop and I got my new iPhone. You know the feeling when you are the first person to use that product. Do you know how you feel? And I'm like, yes, I have reached. And I'm taking pictures, I'm taking wonderful stories, posting them on my Facebook, and I have arrived. Then another thing happened, like, okay, what can I do to buy a house? I think it's like home, because when you want to buy a house in my country and you have more than $25,000, yes, you could buy a house in my country. So I went to the bank and I asked them, I want to buy a house. What can I do? Ladies and gentlemen, that was the beginning of my depression, because by that time I was earning a minimum wage, which was $15 per hour. That is in Ontario. Right now it is around $17 per hour, but by then it was $15. So I asked the bank manager, like, hey, I need a house. They said, okay, you're gonna have to make an appointment and you're gonna speak to the mortgage specialist. Yes, the day came and I went and I spoke to the mortgage specialist, and he broke down everything I must do to get a house. Guys, I left a frustrated guy. I left crying because I learned there's no way I'm gonna buy this house alone. Number one, I need to go back to school and get a good skill that will give me good money. and going back to school to study, become a nurse, become a software engineer, it's going to take me 7 years to 5 years. Most especially, I'm not doing it because I want. I'm doing it because I want to have some kind of money to live in a house. So it was very difficult for me thinking about it and knowing that I cannot do it. But how did I end up into this situation? I end up into this situation because I was comparing myself with the people who were born in this country. Do you understand? So I felt I'm a total failure because I couldn't have the requirements to get a mortgage. And I failed. Up to now, I don't have a house. I've not achieved that yet. But I learned that it will take time for me to achieve that. Yes, I wanted the house. Yes, I spoke to a few friends to combine the resources, we do it. And they said, no, we cannot do it. We cannot commit. But no one had put pressure on me. I was just comparing myself with other people who were living here for the last 25 years. And I was here like maybe 1 year. Then I think about buying a house. So comparison is a very dangerous disease, and we have to avoid it by being grateful. Guys, I had already read it before I watched it. I watched the former First Lady of US, Michelle Obama. She shared her story, how she struggled having children. Actually, she mentioned that she used IVF to have children. But to the world, we are looking at Michelle Obama. She went to Princeton. She went to Harvard. She had a perfect job. She's tall. She's beautiful. And I can imagine she's walking on those streets of Chicago and all the young men are looking at her. She had married one of the brilliant minds in the politics of the United States, but she was busy struggling. And you know what? You cannot buy babies, especially when you want to have that gestation period normally or like in a normal way. You think it is a joke because you guys sometimes take things for granted simply because you spoke to your girlfriend and you can get into your apartment and undress yourself, you sleep together, boo, somebody has a pregnancy and she has a normal baby. You think it is normal. Some people highly struggle. Some people struggle. So every man thinks his problem is the heaviest, yes. But to the world, we see Michelle has a success, but she's struggling. So the idea of comparing yourself to others is a disaster. Because I'm going to give you another example, guys. Look at the film stars, the music stars, the celebrities. They will call you when they have a tour. They will announce, my name is ABCD. I'm going to have a tour in Atlanta. I'm going to New York. I'm going to Los Angeles. I'm coming to Europe. And all of you fans will get excited. You'll buy your tickets to get ready for the occasions, for the concerts. But these same celebrities, when they are going in Turkey or when they pay a lot of money to go do a plastic surgery on their bodies to look good, they don't call the press conference. They will never tell you that, hey guys, I'm gonna change my body. I'm gonna go buy some kind of stones and then insert them in my breast so that they can jump like mangoes on my chest. They don't do that. They will have those flamboyant outfits and they will sing with passion and desire and they will shake their body and you're like, oh my God, I need this. But they never told you. Actually, they signed a consent form. They signed a private declaration that I go do a plastic surgery. This information, I will never ever see it anywhere. Because they want to be perfect before their fans. Now you, the fan, you want to have the body of that person, but you don't know what she did. You don't know what he did to become whatever he is. So stop comparing yourself with other people because you don't know how they get their success. Just be grateful. Be grateful that you have something that no one can take it away from you. So I think it's very, very important to stop comparing yourself. The money, the body, the fame, whatever you want, and you are comparing yourself with others. Just be grateful. I'm going to give you an example. My political hero is Nelson Mandela. He saved his country from war. He kept the country together, and he fought for human rights. And he was an icon everywhere. Go to Europe, go to Australia, come to America. Everywhere you go, and you speak the name of Nelson Mandela, he's up there in the sky. But what if I tell you that he married 3 times? And that means he failed in other parts of life. He was a great politician. He was a great economist. He had mercy to the poor. But when it came to his love affairs, he failed. And no one will tell you that unless you have a third eye, unless you have a third ear, that you pay attention to details. So Madiba, being the greatest statesman ever lived on planet Earth, still had some failures. So don't punish yourself. Don't think you don't deserve. So don't compare yourself with others. You know, I don't know if you understand my point. You will say okay, I'm stuck in my mother's basement here in Burlington. Okay, I'm stuck. I'm 40 years. I don't have a house. I'm not saying you shouldn't think about it. I'm not saying that you should not work towards to achieve your goals. But you can't compare yourself with other people because you don't know their path. You are a single guy. You are struggling. You are saving the money to have that down payment. Then another person, the grandparents gonna donate the money to him or her. Yes, they have the parents. They are willing to put some good amount of money for them to buy the house. Then you are new immigrants to the country and you see other people achieving that, and then you start complaining. You start comparing yourself with those people and you think you're a failure. No, you are not a failure because they never came out and explained everything in details how they got that mortgage house. You know, President Obama, when he was 26, he was a president of law review at Harvard at 26. And when you are a president of the law review at Harvard, you're already famous in the country. But it happened when he was 26. By his 40s, he's already leading America. Guys, in his probably mid-40s, he's already president of the United States of America. So if you compare yourself with other people, you're going to crash. Take your time. Take your time, please. Take your time. All of us have weaknesses, and all of us struggle here and there. But if you think you have to compare yourself to others to achieve what you have to achieve, you're going to break down, my sister. We have to avoid that. I don't want you to commit suicide. A lot of young people today, they struggle. They want a nice house. They want a nice car. They want a nice body. They want that extension in their eyes. They are doing all kind of crazy things to please people. You put pressure on your parents to have some kind of stuff, but your parents are present in your life. They take you to school every morning. They come pick you from school every evening. On the weekends, they take you to the park. You are admiring another family whom the children, that family, they don't see their dad for the entire year. They see him once because he's a big CEO of a company. He's always traveling. He's always on another plane. He's never there present. They hear, yes, we have a dad, but that dad is never present in their life. So the comparison should stop. Please, the comparison should stop. And you know, success has no formula because we don't know when we're going to be successful. The most important thing is to keep going and doing things right. Colonel Sanders, the owner of KFC, he tried 1,009 times. 1,009 times. And a lot of people wrote him off. And everybody thought he was going to fail. At the end, he won. So guys, stop comparing yourself with other people. Because Colonel Sanders, by the time he tried, the idea of cooking these birds, like to be engaged with these chicken, these hens, came when he was already 65. But then we pressurize ourselves. And I'm not saying that we should not work towards our goals, but we cannot compare ourselves with other people. We don't know what they do. Let me repeat, we don't know what they do. You see somebody has a nice skin, they have a nice body, you don't know. Some people breach. Then you are chocolate, you are chocolatic, you nice. Then they mess up your mind. You should never, never allow that, please. Don't compare yourself with other people. Love yourself. Love the way you are. Love your I don't know how much I have to emphasize on this. You're organic. Your body is organic. But then you want to go do a plastic surgery because you want to please some men. Some of them, they just want to sleep with you one night. So I strongly challenge you to stop the syndrome of comparison. The moment you stop that, maybe you're going to have a chance to succeed. And then be grateful to the little achievements you have achieved. You may call them little, but they may be very significant in other people's lives. I'll finish this video by telling you, because when you come to North America, you do so many jobs to survive. And one of the jobs I've done over the years, I've given care to the elderly. I've worked in nursing homes. I've worked in mentally ill people's homes. And I've seen people who are extremely rich. Let me repeat, extremely rich. But their children, they cannot think independently. They need somebody 24 hours to be with their children. They cannot come in the park like I'm sitting right now and record a video. They can't go to the restaurant. They can't. They want, they have the money, they have the money. Everything you should mention when it comes to the wealth. But they cannot, they don't have the freedom. They don't have the healthy prospects to come and enjoy what you are enjoying. Do you hear me? So I encourage you to stop comparing yourself with others. Maybe they have to go and depend on drugs to maintain that lifestyle. It is killing us. The comparison syndrome is killing a lot of young people. We should be satisfied. I know we have to work hard. I know we have to go ahead and become the best version of ourselves, but we should never, ever put pressure on ourselves because of other people, because we don't know what they do. We come from different backgrounds. We have different goals. We have different ambitions and dreams. I would challenge you to have a done list. Have a list and see things you've achieved in the past and see what you have to do to achieve more. But never ever, please stop comparing yourself. You see people putting on nice clothes and you feel like I want to be like them. You don't know why they are putting on those nice clothes. Maybe that's how they earn a living. They want to attract attention. I don't care what I put on. I'll never forget Steve Jobs when he was about to die. He mentioned that regardless of him having billions and billions of dollars in his account, no one can substitute his position. No one was going to die in the position of Steve Jobs. So he learned that whether you have a 10,000 watch on your arm, it will still tell the same time when you have a $100 watch or a $5 watch on your arm. He learned that if you get on that plane, whether you have a private jet or you sit in a business class or in economy, all of you gonna land in the same place. Whether you drive a brand new car, the latest version, whatever, or you drive a normal car, still the destination is gonna be the same. At the end, we will die. The most powerful die, the weak die. Let me repeat. The presidents die, the civilians die, the peasants die. But the most important thing in life, you have to be happy. Please, you have to be happy. And don't compare yourself with others, because we don't know. They have a different lifestyle. You have a different lifestyle. We have different beliefs. And we come from different worlds. So I'll finish by telling you, my sisters and my brothers, stop comparing yourself with others, because that may kill your morale to be successful. It may kill your ability to make it. And finally, never give up. Never give up. Remember, persistence wears out resistance. I will challenge you to, I'm not challenging you actually. I'm requesting a favor. Subscribe and share the video if you need to hear this, so that I keep growing on YouTube. God bless you. I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Goodbye.